You see it everywhere. Violent, shocking video, outrageous talk show confessions, amazing news footage. But can you always believe what you see? The fact is, we in the media sometimes can be scammed too. Deborah Roberts has been watching a lot of television lately, trying to separate the factual from the fake.
The assault is real.
Last year, viewers of the local Los Angeles Fox station saw some incredible scenes in an undercover report on the evening news.
You're getting soft on me. I don't like that.
And the footage was compelling. Dressed in police uniforms, hoodlums harass a homeless man who's trembling in fear, then fire blanks at him.
Stupid mother.
They terrorize neighborhoods, stage a phony drug raid, rough up their victims, and steal their money.
The price is right. It's like $5 grand here, man.
The raid was so convincing, police investigators who saw the tape suspected serious crimes were being committed.
You got that right, man? Yeah. You got that on tape?
But acting on a tip, 2020 got a detailed look at the video of the break-in, and we discovered the shocking truth. It was revealed in just one word.
Action! 1, 2, 3. Police!
That's right. The news story that captivated Los Angeles viewers was actually shot for a movie.
Roll sound, please.
Here's the director, Chris Johnston, on the set of his feature film called Chaos.
And action.
You true up, motherfuckers. I'll pray for your soul.
It's a story of 4 kids who get a thrill off impersonating police officers while threatening unsuspecting victims. Clips from the film were shopped around to a number of different television programs, including 2020. Johnston says he still doesn't know who took his footage and gave it to the Fox station. The Fox affiliate told us, quote, "In this case, the material was presented as real. Apparently, we were misled."
Camera rolling.
Hold on, we're loading gun. Hang on, we're loading gun.
Staged footage airing as real. It happens more often than you think. Even PBS has been caught off guard. This video of what appeared to be a violent attack by a wild mountain lion horrified viewers nationwide. Turns out the cougar was the pet of the man he supposedly attacked.
This lucky man might have gotten more than a scratch.
PBS told us it would now run a disclaimer on this kind of wildlife footage. The producer has defended it, saying that was the only way to show viewers how a cougar would act. How could this happen? Some experts explain that with hundreds of hours of news, talk, and reality programming airing every week, the demand for authentic scenes like these has exploded, and the competition for such incredible stories is at an all-time high.
They don't call them reality shows or real TV or something like that for nothing. It's the real that really hooks people in.
Dr. David Bursoff, an ethics psychologist who follows media trends, says with such an intense appetite for thrilling videos, there's bound to be fraud.
So you have this kind of Wild West thing where there's this huge desire for this product, lots of people willing to give it to you, not all of them scrupulous, and at the same time you don't have the sheriffs to police everybody.
Good evening. The Soviet Union said today that more people...
In 1986, both ABC and NBC paid thousands for what they thought was footage of the aftermath of the Chernobyl nuclear accident.
Faint smoke from the explosion can be seen on this video which ABC purchased.
Turns out the networks were had by an amateur photographer who sold them pictures of the Italian countryside.
We and others were the victims of fraud.
And even 60 Minutes was recently scammed by an independent documentary producer when they discovered that their extraordinary look into the world of drug smuggling was phony.
Bottom line, we, you, and television viewers in 14 other countries were taken.
But deception isn't always delivered on videotape. Just ask Alan Abel.
This is a hair sandwich. I don't know if you can see this.
For nearly 40 years, he's masterminded some unforgettable hoaxes, like the Topless String Quartet, the Ku Klux Klan Orchestra, and the phony marriage of African dictator Idi Amin to a white American woman.
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Which, by the way, attracted dozens of members of the press, the CIA, the FBI, and the State Department before they realized they were being had by actors enlisted by Abel.
I don't do anything where money changes hands. I do it for fun and to amuse the public. I'm a court jester.
VD has reached epidemic proportions.
You orchestrated a mass fainting spell on the Donahue Show, and you passed yourself off as the reclusive Howard Hughes.
Oh, please. I just had lunch. You're making me laugh. I love it.
How is it you keep getting away with this? How come you're not getting caught on a regular basis?
I am amazed.
So it's your idea to kind of send a message to the media?
Oh, yes. Watch out for me.
But HBO apparently was not watching out for Abel last spring when he managed to sneak into this documentary and, in typical Abel form, made an outlandish claim. This time that he has the smallest genitalia in the Guinness Book of Records.
I was the dwarf, and I determined right then and there I'm not going to show my pee-pee to anybody.
But what about the producers whose reputations might have been hurt?
I'm preparing crocodile tears. Look, again, it's fun.
If you think pulling a fast one on the media is strictly an American concept, you're wrong. Just ask journalists here in Great Britain. A few years ago, they were repeatedly scammed by an unemployed actress who was so adept at pulling off hoaxes that she managed to deceive even seasoned reporters.
Hello, this is Decoy Dolls, your confidential investigation service.
For 4 years, Sasha Hutchinson was so skilled at scamming the media that she managed to earn a living selling interviews, describing her unique detective agency designed to catch cheating husbands. These lavish reenactments, which aired throughout Great Britain, show how effective Sasha was in manipulating the press.
For a
fee, newly formed Decoy Dolls will tempt your husband's desires and sell you the results.
She made more than 20 TV appearances, which paid her to talk about her unusual profession.
Do the men ever know they've actually been set up?
Very rarely.
But here's the catch. The business never existed.
How did it work when you would go on these programs?
I used to just go and fib.
And you did enough shows that you could actually make a comfortable...
I got paid for every interview I did, for newspapers, magazines. I wouldn't do anything for nothing. It was such fun. And it wasn't just in Britain. It was all over the world.
Just how did she get away with it?
Did any of them ever try to do their homework to find out if you were legitimate?
Nobody ever did.
In fact, we believe we were almost taken recently, which is how we came to do this report. While looking into a story on private detectives, an investigator we were considering interviewing sent us this videotape, which he said was a sample of his surveillance work. His name is Vinnie Parco, and his reputation as private investigator has in part been established by his numerous television appearances, including news magazines. You've been on different TV shows talking about what you do. Has it been good for business?
Yeah, it's pretty good for business. Yeah.
He says he was hired by a woman to set up an undercover video sting on her boyfriend, this man, to find out if he would cheat.
Had one decoy with a camera in a briefcase. She sat at the end of the bar.
Parco told us he caught the cheating boyfriend right away. We watched it unfold on tape as the man approached the decoy, the woman who was hired to entice him. No, she says, she's writing a script. Later, the man claims to be single and unattached.
I'm not engaged, I'm not married, I'm not even seeing anybody.
He gives the decoy his business card.
You could usually reach me here.
Then she appears to leave.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
But wait, we heard something unexpected. Sounds like stage direction.
Now, I don't know how this came out. Tell you what, let's do one more time.
Someone says, I don't know how this turned out. Let's do it once more. And 30 seconds later, another voice that sounds like the boyfriend. He asks, do you want me in the same place? Then he wants to know which has been the best so far.
Which has been the best so far?
But what surprised us even more was what happened next. The scenario repeats with virtually the same questions and answers.
Studying for a test, right?
And just how many business cards is he going to give her?
The pleasure was all mine.
It sounds like what's happening here is that some people are staging a sting, that they know each other.
No, they don't know each other at all.
And you're scamming us.
No. No scam.
This is no scam.
No.
Parco stood by his story, even when we played the tape again and again.
Vinnie, this is a staged event.
It's not.
And when we pointed out that the pickup is done twice, Parco has an answer.
If he's already tried to hit on this woman, why is she sitting there and why is he coming to try to hit on her again?
He was a very, very big drinker.
Come on.
I'm telling you, this guy was a big drinker.
He insists he was nowhere near the two people having the conversation.
I'm maybe about 10 feet, 9 feet away.
But watch this. Someone reaches right between the couple at the bar to adjust the hidden camera. As it swings around, it reveals a man holding a large, unconcealed second camera. And who is that man? None other than Vinnie Parco.
And here's your picture.
That's me.
That's you. And you're standing right next to the decoy and the boyfriend saying, good job.
But the boyfriend doesn't know what I'm talking about.
If this is supposed to be an undercover investigation, why the large camera under his arm?
Clearly in view of the person you're trying to catch?
But he doesn't know I'm not videotaping him. I have it as I have it.
But in your hand like this, Vinnie, would you walk around in a bar with a camera in your hand like that? It's just a...
Tourists are in there. People have cameras in there. It's a natural thing.
Our suspicions apparently didn't trouble Parco at all. Just 1 week after our interview, he was back on TV on another network.
You know, we're in a kind of trap here. The media doesn't usually call a lot of attention to this stuff because the more you call attention to it, the more people do it.
My question is, the public who sees this stuff and maybe knows it's fake, do they root for these people to pull the wool over our eyes or not? I think I know the answer.
Yeah, I think if it's harmless, doesn't hurt anybody, I think they say, yeah, stick it to the media.
Exactly, get them. We'll be right back.
Up next, the state treasurer releases the names of the finder's fee recipients, and a lot of familiar names are on that list. Jeff?
The latest on Clearing Skies and Jose, which has made a turn.
Noah. Cities try to lure the Ravens from New Haven. The news is next.
The most powerful V6 engine in its class. The most interior space in its class. Amenities that would surprise you in any class. For those seeking refuge from mediocrity and compromise, we offer the Sanctuary. Presenting the all-new Infiniti i30. It's all the best thinking.
Hello? When you've got Schlotzsky's on the brain, there's not much room for anything else.
In a perfect world, water is left untouched. In the real world, you'll want the new Brita Ultra Faucet Filter to bring wonderful tasting water to your world.
And before we leave you, one more note, this one about us. You may remember our investigation of the Food Lion grocery chain, in which we sent ABC News producers into Food Lion stores to get jobs with hidden cameras in order to look into charges about their food handling practices. There was a court case and a judgment which caused a lot of headlines at the time. The verdict did not challenge the truth of our report, but fined ABC News $5.5 million for the way we got employed. The trial judge then reduced that amount to $315,000. But today, in a significant victory for ABC News, the appeals court threw out almost all of the verdict and said that Food Lion was entitled to be paid exactly $2. And that's our program for tonight. I'm Diane Sawyer, wishing all of you a good night. We'll see you in the morning.
Indeed we will, I hope. Don't forget Nightline after your local news.
Christians force their morality on me. See Give Me an Answer, Sunday mornings at 7:30 on Channel 8.
Hi, I'm Scott Davis, training at the International Skating Center of Connecticut. Making a positive difference in your community takes commitment. Here's why.
There is a way your school or nonprofit organization can raise needed funds and save the people of your community hundreds of dollars. It's called One for the Community.
Customers tell me how much they appreciate our lowest price guarantee. We have it for two reasons. First, because they asked for it, and second, because it saves them time and money.
Oh, that cloud looks like a frog.
That one's a princess.
That one looks like a Friendly's chicken sandwich.
I can see it,
Mom. The hot fudge sundae's in the way.
You're gonna fall for Friendly's new tastier chicken sandwiches, like the new Smokehouse Barbecue Chicken Sandwich with crispy bacon and cheese, or the hot and spicy Kickin' Buffalo Chicken Sandwich.
This is heaven.
With the cherry on top.
And now get a hot fudge sundae for only 99 cents with any meal at Friendly's.
New York wins a big decision against the KKK at 11.
Now an ordeal that almost every parent goes through. I am talking about potty training. There's now a radical new method that's being used to get toddlers out of the diapers and in a hurry. But John Stossel tells us this is very controversial, and some parents are wondering whether it's worth all the trouble.
Jerry and Dina have been trying to potty train their 3-year-old